Welcome to Contemporary American History. I'm Professor Turgensen. And a lot of people think that history is just facts. It's just information about the past, but not me. I hold history very sacred. Sacred. The way a farmer holds the earth and holds it sacred. The way a Christian takes the Bible and holds it sacred. The way a lot of people hold their marriage sacred. That's how I feel about it. So why don't we dig right in?
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Oh, buddy.
We had a week off, Mike.
Oh, yeah, we have our first ever week off, huh?
Our first ever week off. So we need to talk about that. But let's talk about the quote first. I have no idea where that quote
was. And what's funny is like I was rushed doing it, and there was like later on that scene he kind of goes off, and that's the scene that I wanted to nail, and it was kind of like some like stuff that was like maybe sensitive to certain people, so like you don't realize this stuff until you see it after a long time, right?
We don't want to be offensive. What was the name of the Professor who?
Turgeson.
Yeah.
It's an old Rodney Dangerfield movie.
Oh, is it Back to School?
It's Back to School, buddy. Where that I forget who's that comedian. He's dead now. The guy who does that scene as the teacher. I forget his name.
Oh, I don't remember.
Sam Kinshaw.
Oh, Sam Kinison.
Sam Kinison.
Yeah. He's funny. Yeah, he was a funny guy. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, he's dead.
Well, yeah, ironically, Sam Kinison was big. He was known to be a big drug and alcohol guy.
Dude, yeah.
But you know how he died?
Him and Robin Williams.
Yeah. Do you know how he died?
I thought he died in like a weird like automobile accident.
He did. Right? He died in a car crash, and he was sober, and the person who hit him was either stoned or drunk.
Which is it's like, isn't
it's the irony of it.
Don't you think?
Yeah. And he had gotten sober at that point. I think he was getting sober or whatever. But yeah,
that's like that Dennis Leary song where he's like, I'm an asshole. He's like, you're a cokehead, but you get killed by a drunk driver. It's like, I'm an asshole. It's just those random situations. Anyway.
I'm like
Caddyshack recently too. Speaking of Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh yeah, he was great in that.
Yep,
he's a funny guy.
Oh yeah, dude, Rodney Dangerfield. Dude, so my dad tells a story about how he saw Rodney Dangerfield live in Vegas. Like he almost wet himself. They laughed so hard because there's a little deadbeat bar in the middle of the strip in Vegas back in like the 80s or something or 70s, and like he said he went and saw him, and basically like he made him laugh so hard that he like literally almost went himself. So I was like, damn, I was like, he's that funny. He's like, and I had his old record. My dad had it. And the shit was so funny.
Yeah.
The stuff he came up with, like, he's like, I came home the other day.
They let him just go off script, off the cuff, and everything, and just
that's like Robin Williams. You just let him go.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, hey, the other day I saw a guy running in front of my house naked. He said, how come? I said, how come? He said, because you came home early.
Yeah.
He had someone like he was joking. So yeah.
All right, boys. Well, let's introduce ourselves with Good Morning Korriban podcast, of course. What episode are we on, Mike? I have no idea.
We should be on.
Is it 69?
70 or 60? I don't know.
I think it's 69.
It might be
68 because you guys skipped 67.
How do we skip 67?
Probably because I can't add.
Well, I think we'll just keep it. Last episode was 60. We called it 68. So we're just going to call this one 69. 67 will just be our legendary missing episode.
The missing episode.
Yeah. So we'll be calling this one episode 69. And we have one of our favorite guests online here. We got Darth Draker. Hello, Darth Draker.
Yep. Three-time
yes.
No.
Yeah, and then of course our regular host there, Mikey Blue Eyes, and myself, Sternbach, and Mikey. Why don't you just tell some folks about our social media presence, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. We are on Facebook. We have our own Facebook page under the Good Morning Korriban podcast. We are on not Instagram, on Discord under the same thing. One of the best Discords in the game. Hold on, let me fix something real quick because this is about to make noise and Sturm's about to get mad. So here we go. All right, I fixed it. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. I was just opening something. All right, so we are also on all the major podcasts. And I think there was something that happened in the last one where people said that we had like a little 20-minute dead space.
Yeah, I mean, we've got about 500 things to talk about, and that's one.
But like we basically are on every major podcast, and usually you can hear us, and we're also on YouTube now. So I try to post a link on YouTube for Discord or Anchor, and then I also via the Anchor app, when we do the non-video version, I try to post to YouTube on there. So I try to let everybody know what's going on. So yeah, now we'll be on YouTube now for what, 3 months or whatnot. So look us up on YouTube.
Something like that, yeah.
I think we're double-digit followers now. Not a big deal.
Double digits, I love it. So let's talk about last week's, well, I guess 2 weeks ago's episode that had the big gap in it. I guess that's my fault. I don't know. Like, so one of the weird things is we had that happen one time before, like early on. And I think it just cut out early, right? I think it just cut off.
Somebody's mic muted once too. They muted their mic and turned it back on. We didn't have a guest.
Yeah, so that we fixed. That was fixable. But I remember one time we posted one where like the end got cut off, and then we fixed it later on. I don't know what the hell happened this time, because that's like right in the middle, and it's just like this 20 or 30 minute like blank spot. And I didn't even gone back to try and look and fix it, because I was like, I've been a little disillusioned myself, Mike. I'll be honest with you. We got a lot of talk about here with the game.
Oh, you've been going through it for
a little disillusionment here.
Maybe Draker's the only one who's not going through something.
Man. I don't know if it's with regard to the game. I've been questioning.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks in the game have been brutal. It hasn't been fun.
It has not. And well, real life kind of took over, for me.
Yeah, we can get into that if you want to. We can talk a little bit about that. But yeah, so I don't know what happened. It's weird. Because I always double check what I do after I record, after I finish editing everything. I will I will click on it, make sure it starts out right. And then I will just periodically I'll click through to skip through. Because I'm not gonna listen to an hour and a half, but I'll skip ahead to just random points to make sure it sounds right. And I did that this time, and I must have just missed that 30 minutes and thought it was fine. So I don't know. I'll double check it and make sure it doesn't happen this week.
Which is technically half of the podcast. So
it was about a third of the podcast, I think. So we were about 90 minutes, I think, in that podcast. So for only missing 30, there's still 60 quality minutes of content, Mike. Come on.
Sorry.
You should go back and edit it and just insert at the end Forrest Gump saying, and that's all I have to say about that.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because that's the scene when
his mic
cuts
goes
out when he's giving that big long speech.
Exactly.
That's all I got to say about that.
Exactly.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
All right. So where do we start? Because there's Lord Vader, there's Conquest, there's just random bullshit. There's the change they made to Jedi Master Kenobi's AI that we can talk about. Yeah, you don't know about that?
Do you want to do non-game bullshit first or last? Let's start with that.
Well, that's up to you, Mike. If you want to, because that's your personal stuff. If you want to talk about it, well, we're happy to listen. But you obviously don't feel obligated to talk about it.
Well, I feel as if the first time in a year and a half that we have not had an episode, and even I usually go solo.
Right.
But and I talked to other people about this. And they said that I should just we all go through things, and maybe there's other people who are experiencing what I'm experiencing. So the general consensus was, as long as I'm mentally ready, which I wasn't last week, which is why we didn't do a podcast. But as long as I'm mentally ready, you might as well just go ahead and do it, because life is life, and that's what this is about. We're the People's Podcast, right? So as the People's Podcast, it's something that I guess I should talk about. Last Wednesday, we're on Friday now.
Today is
last
Friday the 17th as we record.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So last Wednesday I moved out of my house that I have with my wife, and we decided to, stop the marriage or whatever you want to call it, get divorced, end the relationship. And it was just really hard. Like our kids really got along well, and just it was kind of just us not really getting along anymore, and like not really connecting on the level that we thought that we should. And there was just just things that happen that make you to make life harder when it should be easier, and just things like that. So I made the decision to leave because I felt like we were trending in the wrong direction. And I had been in a relationship like that in my first marriage, and it wasn't really something that ended up well. So I decided to leave, and I'm currently staying in a hotel room as we record, because me, man, like recording hotel rooms is not a big deal for me. But last week, I was just kind of not like, it's just, when you have a house together and you plan on living in it, you take all the time to get the house, and I've been in it for like 5 or 6 months, and then it just ends. It's like, man, it's rough, right? And I got
because you recently had moved into that house, right?
Oh yeah, we've only been there like 5 or 6 months, man. So there was that. And then I have 2 kids and she has 2 kids, and I work overnights from one of my jobs, one of my like 3 or 4 jobs. So it's like, if you consider this a job, which I don't really, but let's just say that's 4. It's like I gotta have someone to watch them. So that was my main stressor, was just finding somebody to, that might be able to watch my kids when I have them, because I have joint custody. So I was stressed about that. I'm going to school online for ASU, so it's just like all these things are going on. I'm just trying to keep up, and I just like, for the first time ever, like I almost did it Saturday, and I just was like, nah, you know what, man, like you couldn't do it because I missed it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm done. It's gonna be a first week. This is why, like, this is not something minor, it's not like I'm coaching somewhere and I can't do it. And, it's like, that's easy button, right? But, just like mentally, and plus I hadn't played the game. Like ever since I left, I had not played the game. And like, that's right when Vader came out, it was towards the end of Conquest Battles. So I was just kind of out of the loop. We had a bunch of people leave the guild. Like, 3 of our main officers just bounced right like the day after I left my house. So, which is fine, and Darth Cascade, like nothing but love for her. She did nothing but good for for our guild. And it's just
Darth Cascade, who boots you right before the
okay. Well, here we go. And one of the things that really made her mad was when I held you.
Yeah.
Which is like, and like, it's like, at the end of the day, it's a game. And I understand that, like, while we were growing, there was definitely people who weren't doing what they were supposed to do. And I'm trying to balance like fans with output. And, like we hadn't, we do have the ability to get big. I don't know how big, but, we went from like 100 million to like 50 in like 3 days.
Oh man.
Oh man, like we lost like 4 or 5 major people, and I'm going through this shit where I just moved out, and I'm like, fuck, I cannot. And I'm just off Discord pretty much. Like I'm hardly responding. I'm not like, like I've been very like, me, I'm always on it. Like I've just been sporadic and like disconnected. And so when you listen to this, I'm sorry for the guild members. Thank you, the ones who are staying. We're going to rebuild. I'm not giving up on it. I'm in a much better headspace a week later. Like I'm one who kind of gets through things. I try to get through things, logically and as quick as possible. So, it was just one of those situations where just everything that could have went bad. So,
Well, it didn't help that, like, so I told you, I think we were going to do it one night or something. And then I think I just told you, no, I'm not doing it this week. I'm done.
Well, I mean,
I'm out.
Like, we usually do it Wednesday or Thursday. I fucking left Wednesday. You mentioned Wednesday. I'm like, no, like, fuck this. Like, that's why. And me, like, you probably noticed my responses were a little different. I wasn't like, normally I'm like jabbing you a little bit. Like, what are you talking about? You're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
You gotta take this more seriously.
Well, and I was just like, I was so disillusioned with the game last week. It's gotten better this week, but last week I was just disillusioned, and I didn't want to talk about the game. I was just frustrated with it. And so that's why I didn't want to do the podcast. And I was like, you know what? He can't do it tonight. I'm not doing it. he can do it by himself this week.
Well, you know,
and I didn't
like-
know at the time what you were going through. And then when I was like, well, Mikey always does it. So Sunday rolled around, I think it was, and I was like,
You asked me if I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, did you do it? And you're like, nope. And I was like,
I didn't even
okay,
respond
something's
to, like,
wrong.
Yeah. I didn't
was
respond to
I
like
know something's
Monday.
wrong if Mikey didn't do it. Why?
Yeah.
And then you told me what happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just was doing, it was rough. Like you know, my sister was telling me like, get the hell out, like take a vacation. I'm like, dude, I got these kids I coach. I got the Starbucks job where they say if I don't, like, my boss was like, I missed Wednesday at work and I was calling a call Friday and he's just like, you can't, I put my foot down, no one can miss any more days. And I like talk to my VA psychologist, like, you know what, take the rest of the week off, don't do hockey, don't do work, come back Monday. And it's like I had to do Saturday because my buddy got suspended in a game we were at in St. Louis. So I had to coach on a Saturday. I had to work all weekend. So I didn't get any time off. So I'm doing all this on top of that. And trying to keep up with school.
You ever think, Mikey, honestly, you seem a little overextended. I don't know, Mike.
I mean,
so much going on.
I was able to handle it, and I'm getting to the point, like I said, the biggest stressor I have was like, I don't even want to watch my kids, and watching you know, 2 kids from like midnight to 4 a.m. or 8 to 4 a.m. or whatever. It's not a thing that most people are going to want to do, which is acceptable, right? Like that's normal. So like, I'm just sitting there, I'm thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I gotta get up the college thing for a while, you know, until I can transfer and get like a day position. I'll just stop college. And then, you know, I talked to a friend about that. He's like, nah, man, he's like, just like, even if you don't get optimal grades right now, like, just don't fucking quit, because once you quit, you're not going to start again. You know, it's like, you know, it's like, don't quit Starbucks, because that's going to get you a free education, because they're paying for you to go to fucking school. It's like
Starbucks is paying for you to go to school. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, dude. They do 401. Dude, I put like 15% of my paycheck, 20% of my paycheck in 401k. I'm like saving mad cash. Like they pay for everything. And you know, like
that's a nice benefit.
While it's a ridiculously weird job and it's a lot more stressful than people, like, not for me, but like I feel bad for these kids who do it, because it's just like this. People are yelling about coffee and you're just kind of like, oh, all right, whatever, man. Like, wait till you get some bullets flying by. Like, just calm down, right? Like, just, you know, like, you know, every time I see him, I'm just like, okay, sorry, I made your drink wrong. Like, you know, like, just like I'll remake it. And they'll be, oh yeah, okay. It's like, you know, it's coffee, man. I'll remake it. Like we can remake drinks. It's cool. Like, as long as you don't drink the whole thing. And they're like, oh yeah. And then they calm down. You know, they realize that, you know, and then it's just like, it's the way you react to it. It's just like, dude, it's a drink. Like I know you know,
it's a cup of coffee.
Calm down.
Or
like,
macchiato. What do they call those?
Macchiato.
Whatever.
Wow. That's the first time I ever said what I did. That's one of my jobs, other than coaching.
No, you've told us about Starbucks before, I think. You told me.
I don't know if I've ever directly mentioned.
Never made it on the podcast. I don't know, but you've told me before. I knew that.
Draker? I don't think
I've heard that. Yeah. I've heard hockey frequently.
No. I've you know, and I started doing Starbucks because of COVID, and like during COVID, like hockey and my gym just ended outright, and I couldn't do anything, and I'm bouncing around. It wasn't necessarily for the money, but I was, you know, my now soon to be ex-wife was like, you're driving everybody crazy. Like you got, like, I'm always doing something, you know. I'm like JoJo, an idiot circus boy, and then it's like, I got nothing to do. So.
You are CDL, man. You want to make cash. Get your CDL and drive a truck, man. They are hurting so bad for drivers right now. That one of the dudes that I worked with's nephew got like a $20,000 signing bonus.
Oof.
For having you do it like locally, like in LA. So
a couple of people I know do local stuff, but they've usually been doing it for a long time. But the company that I work for, I mean, they send their drivers out for 8-10 hours at a time. You know,
I could do that. If I could do it during the day, I could watch my kids at night. Like that'd be something.
Probably easily make $80,000 to $100,000 driving a truck right now, and the people, because nobody wants to do it.
Yeah,
and people now within the next 5-10 years, they're all going to be retiring. So it's impossible right now to get carrier. It's ridiculous.
Or maybe I'll
is that for like the long haul, like where you go, like, because I know some drivers they'll like be gone all week.
Yeah,
they'll have to go on a route all week and come back.
Well, I drive all the time, so like that's not a huge deal for me.
No, but I mean, like you're spending the nights in your cab or whatever.
Yep,
Oh,
sleeper cabs and shit.
Better than a hotel.
Most DOTs, like you have to take you get like 8, 10, 12 hours, it depends, and then you have to take a break. So if you're driving 24 hours round trip, or 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles back and forth, then chances are you're probably not going home one of those nights. You'll be
Yeah. That's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, I that's coaching. Like I
Yeah.
should have been in San Jose this weekend, and I didn't go because I had other stuff to do here. Like stuff
Yeah.
was just not. It was just not a plausible
yeah.
choice. But
It's ridiculous how bad they're hurting for drivers right now.
it's CDL, right?
Yep. Commercial driver's license, I think it is. It's insane how that's
That's
every
what my grandfather did. Actually, it's kind of funny. That you said
every
that.
work call I'm on, man, they're constantly talking about trucking issues. It's ridiculous.
I'll have to look into that. That's
Mhm.
There you go.
Well,
There's a
listen.
lead for you, Mike.
we got once again the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes channel not talking about Star Wars.
Well, that's a good segue. We should probably talk
Yeah,
about.
truck driver.
Well, I mean,
Star
like
Wars
you
Galaxy
said,
Heroes.
dude, I've been pretty much pissed off at the fact that
Yeah, me
the
too.
game
Me too.
sucks lately. Like it's
So
just-
let's talk about, because we
You
are a
talk
Star Wars Galaxy Heroes podcast, Mike. Let's talk about Conquest first.
oh god, didn't even
So-
finish it.
Do you want who wants to talk about Conquest first?
I didn't
Draker, why
finish
don't you
it.
go ahead?
I was not in the right mental space.
I didn't finish it either, and
Okay.
I couldn't have finished it.
Did you
which pisses
try?
me off. Yes,
Yeah.
I tried.
Breaker, did you finish it?
I think me and Sturm both got tier 6 on our crates, right?
Second to last tier, yeah.
Yeah. So
Damn, really?
but
I think I
should've
got
been-
tier 4 or 5. I didn't even do the damn thing.
Yeah, I should have
the
been
hell?
doing energy refreshes early on.
Yeah.
I waited for like the last 4 days or something to start doing my energy refreshes, and then once I started getting closer and closer, I'm like, I actually probably could have gotten max crate on that, but
That's what
Sturm was
Sturm
saying,
said
like-
the other day. That's what Sturm said the other day.
yeah.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
thought I could, and I was doing refreshes because I knew that could be a problem. But I needed to get 1 out of 3 feats to get max rewards. It was smugglers, Geonosians, or Bad Batch, and there was no chance I was going to get any of those 3.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then
I
think about it,
probably
too,
could have got what was Bad Batch was
they were
which
the
defeat-
tier 5.
Yeah, so you're
I don't know
facing
about
relic
you.
aids,
Yeah.
and you
I
have
don't
to
know-
defeat
I don't know about
40 units or 50
I
units
might
with
not be
Bad
able-
Batch.
I might not only get that one. I got them all relic other than Omega. So
Well,
You
and
could have
by the
gotten
time-
that then. You could have gotten that one, Mike.
I could have.
Yeah, you would have put them with like Luke or something. No, you don't have Luke. You put him with
Didn't I
JMK
do
or
my
something.
Put them with your Ray.
Or Ray, yeah.
You got Ray.
Didn't I
Yeah,
do my
shitty Ray.
OR one and got smoked? Remember?
Oh, OR was easy. Well, again, you don't have Luke. You could put like the way I did that one was I would
Oh,
just
there was
put
the only OR squad on one.
no, it wasn't. It was kill
It was killed,
tunes with
yeah.
OR.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just used Luke.
Yeah, exactly. You need OR in your squad.
Yeah, but you
yeah,
can
it
use
doesn't have to be only OR. though.
yeah. So you could use I used Jedi Luke
Oh.
and I used Revan and I
Misread
used
that one. I was using
Bastila.
the wrong OR and I got fucking
Yeah.
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 What the fuck? They're all relic. They're all relic 5. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used Jedi Master Luke and I used Revan, Bastila, and Jolie, and then like Hermit Yoda.
Yeah.
And I just kept sending, those guys to do the assist attacks, and that was easy to get.
All right.
But
So y'all
it was
didn't
just frustrating because if I didn't, there was no way I could get those 3 events. Like the smuggler team is horrible. Kira the lead.
Oh,
I mean-
dude, that smuggler team, and I have them all relic.
You
How
have
many
Kira
purple-
relic.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
have her relic. Yeah.
Who? Kira?
Daenerys.
Kira.
Fucking
Kira.
Game of Thrones.
Wait, what?
The chick from Game of Thrones. Sorry,
I never watched Game of Thrones.
really? No kidding. Yeah,
Yeah.
the girl who played Kira. What's her name?
Amelia Clark.
There you go, Amelia Clark. Yep.
Yeah, I never saw. I'm sorry, I never saw that. So wait, what was this one? What's her name? She's a resistance.
Kira. No, smuggler. She's the only smuggler lead on the game. Kira. She's from Solo.
Yep. So
Oh, I was thinking somebody. All right, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I have
And
her.
mine's gear 10, so she sucks.
Well, how many
Mine's
purple?
gear 11.
Yeah. So good luck. You're not gonna get that feat.
How many purple data discs did you get, Storm?
None. I didn't get a
really?
single one.
Oh,
Nope.
I got one, and it was the one that makes all your guys attack whenever your leader uses an ability.
Leaders Revolve.
Yeah,
Oh, you got that one?
No, not leaders resolve. That's
That's the one Sturm likes.
that's the
No,
best
I don't.
one, in my opinion.
I don't like leaders resolve. Besides, it's
No,
not
the
a
mass
purple
attack.
one.
That's the
Yeah,
he has
It's
the mass
mass
attack.
attack one. Leaders resolves when your leader gets like a bunch of health and
Yeah.
I had that
Speed.
one actually.
Yeah.
I had that.
That's a 3-dot one, but it's not purple. Purple ones are
Right.
4 dots, I believe,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
didn't get a
I'm
single
purple, I
purple
thought.
one.
I got the only purple one I got was after I beat Jedi Kenobi at the end of tier 5.
Yeah, and you
It was
got the
that
mass
one.
attack. Yeah, I didn't get a single one,
Yep.
which sucks. Which that also sucked. That's like RNG that didn't go my way. And I thought my data discs were fine. It's just like there's no way I finally got one relic bad batch, but as I did the whole thing, I didn't have a single relic bad batch. So I wasn't gonna get that one.
Yeah.
And my geos suck. I have 2 relic geos, but then I also have a gear 11 spy. So they're gonna get smoked.
What? Okay, so since you two were really into this, and I clearly was not because I don't even think I got them all. I think I almost got them all. I started off really good though. I started off early. I was really proud of myself. I was ahead of the game, and then Wednesday hit, and just everything went to shit. But so if I was to ask the two of you, like, what is your biggest gripe about what happened with Conquest Battles, and you both can't say the same thing, what would it be?
Storm, you go first.
Well, it's that
Your
like
podcast.
it's not my gripe is that no matter what I did, there's just no way I could have maxed out my rewards.
Even if you
And
refreshed, you couldn't do it.
no, because there's no
You
way
didn't have the tunes to do it.
I didn't have the tunes to do it. And I think it's shitty that in the like they made this one harder, and it seems like they made it harder just for the purpose of like, oh, they wanted to like get more crisp, make people buy more refreshes.
Oh, and because they don't want you to have the dark side guy, because they always give you the light side asshole,
Make
and they don't give you dark
yeah,
side.
I mean, I've never, this is the first time I didn't get max rewards, and it's not for lack of trying, it was for lack of, I just didn't have the tunes because they just decided they changed the rules in the middle of the
You need
game.
like an 8 million roster to get that.
No, if I had like I said, if I had either any one of those 3 teams, if I had them high enough relic, I could have gotten it. And it wouldn't have taken me another 500,000 GP to do it. It would just
data discs or something.
I mean, maybe I don't even know if better data discs would have done it, to be honest.
Because your smugglers, you probably have the 2
yeah, my Hans and Chewies are fine.
Yeah,
but they're not great, and
And
even
the
under a
Edifice
Cure Elite,
Nest,
they're not
right?
great.
Can't you use Edifice Nest for that?
Yeah, but mine's
Yeah,
Gear
you can
11.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, you have a Gear 11 Edifice Nest? What, do you ever Zated at least?
I do have Zated, yeah. I have Zated.
Oh man,
11.
Gear 11 Edifice?
Yeah,
What are you,
that's
crazy?
11 too.
Yeah, I want because I
too?
don't. What do you use her for anymore?
She's
I don't.
light side. We used to use her all the time for like GAC and territory wars.
Yeah,
and
whatever.
Shit like that.
I never cared that much about her. And so I mean, the Bad Batch is the one I'm going to be able to do, and I'm hoping to do it next time. But that's just required. And that's just like that it's required me to put crystals into those guys and shit, like get them up there. Like
Yeah.
I did get Hunter Relic finally. I got him Relic,
Oh.
so that's a good sign. And I might get Tech Relic by the time the next one rolls around here in a couple days. We'll see.
I'm still working on my what's that rebel ship I need? Are you close to are you close to unlocking Vader?
No,
Draker,
no.
you unlocked him, didn't you?
No, Vader, no, hell no. No. I'm ready for Executor tomorrow.
Did you hear my rant about how this is the first major dark side tune
Yeah,
4 GLs that I have not been able to unlock? Like,
at least you don't have to use Cam though.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
All right, well, hold on, Draker. What's your complaint about Conquest?
You know what? So I guess I've been conditioned to expect them to sort of
To
milk-
fuck you?
ass rape you
So-
completely, especially when it comes
That's
to
not
dark side.
What got me the most is I kept like it kept freezing and nothing would happen for a minute. And like I had to do a kill 3 enemies on the same turn feat. So I had Sith Eternal Emperor out there, and it was in the Darth Maul battle, and Mandalorian, the Smith, the armor smith, I kept killing her, but her character wouldn't disappear from the screen, and I had to do that battle like 5-6 times to get the feat to actually drop. So it was a little glitchy this time around. The feat, you know, it sucked, but it wasn't. It's something I'm kind of expecting them to do now.
I didn't have any problems with glitches, but I took great exception to the fact that they increased the energy for battles. So that made it from 15 to 20. So that's a big jump. That means that's over the whole course of the thing, that's a lot less battles that you're going to earn. And then it seems like they upped the number of feats that just required you to just basically win a battle with a certain faction 14 times.
14 with bounty hunters.
14 with Empire, 14 with
Night Sisters.
14
there
Night
was
Sisters,
a lot
14
more
with
feats,
smugglers,
right? Like just like the total number of feats.
They added a lot more feats.
Higher.
And I think the number of tickets you need to get max rewards was a lot higher too, I think. But it was it's just frustrating. It's like I don't know. It's just I want to get max rewards. It sucks because now it's like I'm gonna need a 4th conquest battle to fully unlock Maul.
I'm 25 shards short.
Well, and so I looked at it and I was like, okay, if I get max rewards this time, how many cat shards would I have gotten? It's 25. It's down to 25. So basically, if they follow that pattern, I'm gonna have to get max rewards in next conquest, and then the next 2 conquests, and then the 3rd one as well. If they follow that pattern, they unlock him. So if I miss max rewards on any of the next 3, I'm fucked. For now to be a 5th one, unless they put him in the store somewhere, some bullshit, which they might do. But
I mean, I don't even think I've unlocked Ahsoka yet. I think I'm off by like 10 because I didn't finish this. Because remember we did that last week. Remember, like
you have got Kenobi. You should you should push for her, man. You need her for.
Ahsoka's electric.
You got Kenobi?
Yeah, unlocked. Yeah, I'm working on my ultimate, dude. So all right, here, let me screen share this. You didn't know I got Kenobi, buddy?
No.
That's why I was so mad. So, like, my biggest gripe with these GLs, the biggest one, is they should have released them at the same time. They should have released them at the same time, and that way you pick which one you want, like every other freaking time. And then you come back to it later, like I did with Ray. But that to me is the one thing they messed up. You want to increase the amount of shards, whatever. I don't give a fuck about all that. What I care about is like I'm dark side based. Like that's what I do.
Yeah, but like, Mike, you knew a dark side guy was coming. You could have waited.
You didn't know how to.
I could have waited. Who wants to wait? Who waits in this game? They knew. Psychologically,
hoarded shit. You could have hoarded
dark
shit.
Side guys don't have the ability to wait because we're dark side based. We want to be powerful. We want power. So it's like that's the biggest thing. It's like you could have waited. Yeah, I could have waited, and I could have been patient. And who wants to be patient? Like, and everyone's like, everyone's kicking my ass in the arena because it's like Kenobi just is still the thing, and I still haven't got all the ultimates yet for him. Like, I'm getting there.
All right, Mike, what are you going to show us on screen share?
I'm going to show you here my progress on one GL Kenobi. I don't want to do the complete screen share. Not that it really matters, but so here, look at Jedi Master Kenobi, Relic 3.
Hey, you got a Relic Ray. You were working on your guys, man.
I am. Oh, snooze that.
Oh, jeez. Mike, your address there. So we'll see if we can cut that out, buddy.
Oh, that's for Starbucks.
I know. It's just, but people can come stalk you at Starbucks now.
Do you know how people like, so the trolls are probably going to be on me for my divorce already. But like, just to let you know, like I've already told them, come to my gym. Like, I used to have a gym. Like, I was like, just stop by. I don't give a shit. Bring it. Like, it's on. So anyway, I'm not afraid of nobody. Relic 3, right?
Yeah,
What the hell that thing is? What was that? You got me distracted.
the
Oh yeah,
bird, that bird
You're a
thing.
Marine, right?
yeah.
You just need a box of crayons and
Yeah.
you'll get it done. Yeah.
Oh, I need my toothbrush. So here we are. Dude, look at this. I'm getting close on the
Ultimate.
yeah. So I got one more to do here. I did 2 today. One more to do here. I don't know how many I need. How many you need for the last one? Is it
I don't know. Click on it. Can't you click on it?
Each of the tiers you got to do 4 times.
4 times?
It looks like you only have one though. Because
No, I got this one. I got finished.
Oh,
This one.
3 out of 4 there. Okay.
yeah. So you probably have 11 of his ultimate abilities, don't you?
What do you mean 11 of his ultimate abilities? What
Oh,
does
you
that
go to the
mean?
character, you can click and
Yeah.
see.
I
Because
don't
you got check marks in all the other ones.
Yeah.
Go, you could just go to the character in your
Yeah, click on
collection.
it.
Going.
Yep.
Let's see what you
Relic
got. Go
6.
click on the
Hooray.
ultimate. Click on
Relic
the
6.
click on the ultimate, Mike.
How disgusting this is.
Click on the ultimate, Mike. Let's
What the
see.
hell is that?
That's the
This
top
thing?
left. Top left. Top left.
bird?
There
Oh,
you
here?
go.
There, right there. What do you got? You got 8 out of 12.
Okay, all right.
I need 4 more.
Oh, because he gets a doesn't he get a title too? Doesn't he still have to get one more title or picture or
Yeah,
something?
it looked like he had check marks on tiers 4 and 5. Did you use them for Ray's ultimate or something?
Oh,
No,
maybe.
hell no. If anything,
Why
I
don't
used
you upgrade
I
him to
used my
Relic
one
4?
Ray victory for the what?
Why don't you upgrade him to Relic 4? You can.
Here, Sturm. Because I'm saving it for freaking my
Vader?
yeah, I don't know,
All right.
right?
Well, don't do it. I don't care. It's up to you. Don't you use him in the arena?
I can't. Without his ultimate, you can't.
Oh, well, who do you use in the arena? You Jedi Master? Oh, you don't have. Who do you use in the arena?
I
You get-
use
you
my
get your ass
C
kicked.
or I use my Kylo. I've been
Wait a
falling.
minute, guys.
I fell to 90 yesterday.
Well, that's the thing that's the other thing that had me super pissed off about the
Yeah.
game was they changed the AI with Kenobi. So basically now it's almost, I think it's impossible to beat Kylo with Kenobi. To beat Kenobi with Kylo.
Oh, so you're whatever you were doing with the Night Sister gig is not
Yeah,
working.
it doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
They
wow.
they fucked it up. So I was pissed about that.
And can you beat him without Ahsoka, or you need Ahsoka?
Well, so there's a Jedi Master Luke team that can beat him, that can beat Kenobi pretty consistently. But it's, it's fucking
Has
light
anyone
side
used?
bullshit.
Do you know anyone in your arena that's used the Lord Vader yet?
No,
We're
so
talking
Schwinn
about
has a Relic 8 Lord Vader. He had him like day 1, but I haven't seen him use him once in the arena yet. He doesn't have the ultimate unlocked yet, I don't think.
I almost wanted to battle the dude that had him in mind just to try it out,
Yeah,
but
I would.
Who are they running with them? Who are
Yeah.
they running with them?
I don't remember who he had, but it doesn't have Maul, so
Yeah.
really, and maybe I
You
beat
think
him.
it's going to need
I can
Maul
beat
in order
him.
to be successful, basically.
Yeah.
I reliced it just for Sturm, even though it makes me sick to my stomach that this bird is my relic.
Well, I haven't seen anybody.
How am I with my? Hold on, let me see.
I haven't seen anybody in my shard yet run it. So
Let's see how far I am. I am at 1 out of 16.
I'm at 2 out of 16.
Yeah.
You need a relic 8 arc trooper, which is probably the dumbest.
What's your 1 out of 16? Is it your level
Probably
85?
level 85, yeah, level 85.
No, you've got, scroll down.
No, I don't. It's one. It's literally the one thing that's
Oh,
checked.
then maybe I have 3 out of 16 then, because I've got,
How do you have 3? Because of Tarkin?
no, I have General Skywalker at Relic 8, and I have the
You're
Starfighter.
General Skywalker.
I sure do, Mike. I sure do.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
hell.
And I
Ah,
almost have, I could Relic 8. Well,
ah,
I have 3 out of 16. And I have a Relic 7 Dooku and I have a Relic 6 Padme. So getting close on those 2
you're getting
a-holes.
close, buddy.
Spend your energy.
I know. Stop. I just added it.
Because I know Sturm.
I know, you didn't say nothing, which is weird. I literally just.
I wasn't
added
looking at your screen. I must have missed it.
it. Good. I'm about to level up Echo here. You know what the problem is? Is like all these assholes don't have. They're all dark side gear, so it's like I can't get the light side gear I need to get the proper rupee development to get Kenobi finished. So it's like it's such a pain in the ass, dude. Like it's like finding. So I guess I'm using my Embo because my Embo is only like a gear, I think 9. So my gear 9 Embo is what I've been using to get these Kenobi shards. My Wrecker is almost gear 10. But I relicked what's his name? Hunter.
Yeah, I've got Hunter Relic too, Mike.
Well, I haven't been playing the game as much as I probably should have. Like, well, what's your Tuscan Raider at, buddy?
Gear 9.
Yeah, mine's at 10.
Yeah, mine's at 10. I might take an 11 right here. Let's see. Can I take
I'm at 2 of 16 on the prerequisites.
Damn.
Do the screen share. We're on YouTube now. Screen share.
Let's see what you
I
got.
don't have I'm on iOS, so I can't bring it up on my computer.
I can't. I'm on iOS and I can do it.
You can do it. How do you do it?
I have an iPad I connect to my computer and then play it through QuickTime.
If I get the Grand Slam, if I'm on a 4th time,
The Grand Slam.
You wear that Bears hat. We're gonna never have you on.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a bad hair day.
Bad hair day.
It was a bad hair day.
So I was super disillusioned because Kenobi was smoking my Kylo, and I'm still pissed off about it. But I guess
rage quit.
There was thoughts of it, Mike. I'll be honest, but
if you would have rage quit and I went through a divorce and you quit the game because of fucking Kylo, I would have found you in Virginia or wherever you're at. And I would have came and found you
and strangled me.
Oh man, I'm knocking at your fucking door. Like, what are you doing?
I didn't, Mike, but I can have a counter. So it's the Jedi Master loot counter. And actually, I think I was having problems with it at first. I think because I was stupidly I didn't have full mods on Kenobi or on Skywalker, and so I think that was why I was losing. And I realized that, and I haven't lost since. I don't think.
All right.
Well, yeah, there's a good Jedi Master loot counter now, but I don't like playing with Jedi Master. I want to play with Kylo
I
Ren.
don't think that I'll ever have a Jedi Master Luke unless there's literally nothing else for me to do in this game. Like literally nothing. That's probably the only way.
Can I say I did hit a milestone today? Actually.
What did you hit?
Of nothing else, I got the very last Omega ability that I am able to get until they add a new character.
Wow.
Coruscant Underworld Police, whatever his second ability is. So I still need him for Zetas, but I guess
you're done.
I'm gonna start hoarding those, which would be nice.
Damn.
I kind of want to do that too. I've been wanting to do that, but there's so many bad ones out there, you know.
Yeah, all the leader abilities that you'll never use, like Princess Leia's. And
so you got all is that like an event or like a?
There's no achievement.
Achievement, yeah.
And I'm sure CG's probably listening, and they're like, "All right." Yeah,
that should be an achievement. That's so stupid. Yeah. Like, why would you not make that? That's a pretty hard thing to do.
Well, because first of all, it changes, right? So every time you add a new character, then you don't have it anymore.
Yep.
So that's part of the problem.
But hopefully now, next time they release a new character, I'll have enough built up to where it's like, oh yeah, throw them on, no problem.
How am I ranked 97th? This is ridiculous. You know why? It's because I just haven't paid attention recently.
I mean, some of them are so bad. Like I'm looking at like Clone War Chewie.
Oh yeah, no.
His are like bonus effect duration +1. Like, all right.
No, towards the end it was hard.
Like plus 15% harmful effect chance. So it goes from a 40% chance to remove 50% turn mirror to 55%. Like for to me, that's just, I mean, well, I never use them anyway. But even if I did, I'm like, is that really worth it? Omega. I don't know.
So plus 10 defense on his.
I know. It's like what? Plus 5 for Jawa, plus
Yeah.
5% turn meter gain. It's like, okay, you know, like, holy
Well,
shit, that's bad.
that was like when the game first came out. It was
Mhm.
it wasn't
it was
terrible, right?
I mean, you're right. That's when it first came out, but it's like still, it's like that's shit. Like, you know?
Oh, and I got 7-star Kiadi Mundi. Here I'm screen sharing.
Oh,
You see my screen?
You got
7-star.
Oh, he's relic 2 right now.
Sturm's gonna come to the guild podcast once he gets his 7-star.
Well, next territory battle, I will have him 7-star.
Dude, you
Yeah,
should
you
come.
got
Dude,
very
if you
far.
come to the guild, we could grow that a lot faster. Since
How many do you need, Sturm? Because you can't be very far. You and I were like neck and neck last time I was on.
15 shards.
15. Yeah.
That's all I
Draker
need,
should come
15.
too. Come to the guild,
Ah,
buddy.
man.
You could have 3
Well-
accounts in that guild, and then
Yeah. Well, I noticed you guys didn't boot the one that I can't play anymore.
well, I think that she noticed that, and that might have been like the last straw to her, like, you know, and it's just, you know, and she did so much for the guild, like it
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
and I just like there was certain things that I just didn't do right away that she wanted me to do,
It's a
and
game.
it just irked her, and,
Game at the end
I
of the
feel
day,
bad.
it's a game. If
I know, but like it's like, you know, she put a lot of effort into it. Like she, you know, like
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
an integral part of the
Yeah,
guild,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you drove her fucking crazy. And you
With
should
my
have to bring your
reaction.
main. You should have to bring your main for being such a different.
Yeah.
You got your 7-star. What are you staying?
know,
You need to
I
stay
know.
where you're at.
Yeah,
Just
but then they're
come
gonna-
in.
As soon as I do, they're gonna be like, "Oh, here's a new territory battle."
Well,
Yeah,
you think
well, then
I
we'll
think
get-
a through
that's
territory
just
battle's gotta be
motivation
coming.
for you lazy pricks to fucking
Yeah.
get this guild going. I got it to 100, and then at half, everyone's probably thinking like, "Oh, this is gonna fall apart. Mike's getting divorced. This is over. He's just gonna fucking give up." I'm not giving up. I'm not giving
Not
up.
giving up. I
I'm
like
a-
that. I like
hey,
your fighting
any
attitude.
any of you guys I've known for a long time, fuck your guild. This is the
Fuck
guild to
your
be at.
guild.
Let's do it. 2021. Fuck COVID. Fuck everything. Come to GK Laws Tribe. Let's run show. That's all what it's all about.
I like
That
that.
sucks too, because I'd love to join with my main account, but like
Oh, here
to
comes
give up all those rewards, man, that's
Yeah,
hard.
but just
A
to
lot of
think,
rewards to give up.
we could build up something that's like
Yeah.
epic, and like we don't have to take, you know what I'm saying? Like we can make our own rules, and we can,
Yeah.
you know, not have to deal with all these people. And
One dude told me last territory word that I have to pull my own weight. I'm like, fuck you. Like,
hey, if you come to our
life.
territory war, you can, dude, you smoke people. It's great.
Yeah.
See, you can pull your weight without even doing anything because you're just a lazy player, Draker. Your mentality is perfect for our guild because you'll do enough to get us victories and to get your
Yeah.
fucking rewards, and then you'll just disappear into the sunset and make random comments like a weirdo. And I
Yeah.
was like, he's just who he is. He's from Chicago. What can I say? Like,
He's a Bears fan.
yeah, like he's a fucking Bears fan. Like, what do you want from the guy? Like, he's, you know, he's born with the short deck of cards. Like, he's got
Yeah.
50 in his deck and he needs 52. Like, to leave him alone. Like, guys,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he made it as far as he did.
You know what I'm trying to do? I want to get an admin login on my work computer so I can put, what is it, BlueStacks or
Yeah.
and then I could log into the boy child's alt, and then I could be back, and then I'd be playing again on the alt.
There you go. There you go.
And
You got to
I
get the
have
alt
admin
going.
access on my work computer, unfortunately.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, it's,
Playing at work.
yeah, it's just, you know, I think if I could get some of the guys, some of the big name guys, like I'm throwing out names like Schwinn and some of these guys, like if I could actually get them to come to this guild and have a little fun and like build it up and start getting their rewards and like being part of something, like we know some big name people, like if we could just get them to just, you know,
So
let
a
it
guy
go.
like Schwinn is never ever gonna come. He's in Wolfpack, and those, I mean, that's like that's like one of the most intense guilds in the game.
Exactly. He could fucking put the dude. He'd be great. I'm
Who's
intense.
Schwinn?
I'm just not intense in the way that most people are in the game. I'm intense in my own way.
Who's Schwinn? I never.
He was on.
He's
a-
been
he
on
was
our
the
podcast. He was on our podcast once. He's in my arena shard. He had to relegate Vader on the first day,
Jesus, man.
and yeah, he's got like an
Great guy.
8.6 million account.
Great guy. Just living in Hawaii, like making money. Just has money to spend on the game. Just enjoying life.
Hey man, if you got it and it doesn't hurt your way of life,
Yeah, just you gotta flaunt it, buddy.
that's fine. Yeah.
So
Got it if you flaunt it if you got it, right? That's what they say.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like I just like I've been trying to preach to you idiots for so long, and I gotta commit more to this. You want me to commit more to that? Like, just dude, fuck the rewards for like 2 or 3 months and just give it a chance. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. You get some snow,
Yeah.
it's a little bigger, and they don't.
What's the GP of the guild now, Mike? Because you said you lost. Did it go down to 50 million?
Yeah, we picked up. It's like 55, 58 now. Like we were at 100, you assholes, and then I could have used some of you. Pick up some 7 or 8. We were sitting at, we could have been at 120, and then we're pushing it, and now we're taking the next step. But then I lost Cascade, who, like.
So why did Cascade leave? What did she tell you?
Well, I mean, like basically the last straw, I think, was the fact that I told her that I was getting a divorce, and I'm sure she had the mindset of like, she basically wasn't happy with the fact that she wanted people booted, and I wouldn't boot them as quickly as like she wished them to be booted. Even though I would, I would be like, why, and this and that. It's like, well, they're not. And she kept track of everything, and she was really good at that.
Oh, she sounds like a good player, Mike.
Oh, dude, she was great. But people like Draker would just make my life hard because like I was like, well, he's like, well, just because he's a fan, he's on the podcast, like you can't. I'm like, no, I'm like, not just because of that. It's like I just. Like I want to have good people, and like he's got a main, and maybe I'll butter him up to bring his main over here someday. I don't fucking know. Like I just, it's like I had people there I wanted to keep because they were good people, and I just like that's why I need someone like a Sturm who can be like, nah, man, fuck that, you need to go. I'm like, all right, well, that can go like.
Well, it sounds like you had Cascade. It was she was your Sturm, and you just wouldn't listen to her.
I did listen to her. It just wasn't as fast as she would have liked. And I think the Draker thing, like I saw he had like, what was your Saber had like 3 accounts, and then Saber's in your guild, right, Sturm?
He left.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He had like 2 or 3 accounts. I think Draker had 1. Yeah, and like he's the last one. She had a list of like 5, and I kicked all of them but him. I was just like, I'll leave him just to see. Like it'll be okay. We're picking up people, and then we get a little bigger. Then I'll kick them because then I'll have a reason to. Because it's like, hey, we're getting bigger. You're not doing your thing. Sorry.
Well, I was deploying fleet in territory battles. When you have one node on fleet, you just let everybody deploy.
Right. Well, and that was, you and her disagreed, and I don't know enough about that to really get into the argument. It seemed like, she had a reasoning behind it about how she thought she could get more out of it. Like there was like she wanted to get the flow going, which I understand because that's the way she operated.
Get that.
So it's like, it's like at the same time you're there just butting heads with her. I'm like, just shut the fuck up and just don't deploy. Like it's like, why you gotta give me
and then I agree. And I for the time after that, I was playing nice. I was not doing any rogue actions. But then school started, and
you just went ghost again, and then she was once again like, he didn't go. So I booted all the other ones but you. It was like 5, I think, or 6 on the list. I booted the 4 or 5. And that's right when the divorce hit. And like I just wasn't into it for like a week and whatever it is. And like, she had probably had enough. And she was like, yeah, it's like, she basically told one of the officers in their guild, and he was like, well, I'm gonna try to keep her. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I thought I was gonna keep her, and then she just bounced. I don't know, I guess it wasn't
man. Shit.
Well, and that's one of the things, like she was really good friends with Junior, and Junior left. So, it's just like
Junior quit the game, didn't he?
Yeah, he quit Discord. He left Discord this week. Like he's just done. Like he's done. Yeah, I talk to him still like via text message, but he's
out.
out. He's out. He's done. So, but hey, that's the path we take. Like, I don't know. Like
It's a
I'm
game.
hoping,
So
I hope this game's around still for a little bit, but if it's not, then we will convert this into a Star Wars type of thing where we talk about the Old Republic game coming out, or the new Old Republic, like like all the fan stuff, like all the toys, all the programs coming out for Disney, because they're coming out with a massive bunch of stuff. So like my goal is once this game shuts down, it's like we save some money, we keep the ball rolling. Like I'm already looking for us to go to these events coming out next year, and like I don't plan on stopping this because the game quits. And I realized this in the last week when I realized this game's finite, and like it's like there's an end eventually coming, but to Star Wars there's really no end, right? Like it's just gonna be there. So that's just help me put in perspective. Okay, just because I'm not in this game as much as I need to be, like I still love it. I'm still going to push for this. I'm still going to give it, like I'm finally in the Might Mail state where I can be on it 3-4 times a day, and I'm going to try for the conquest and all that. So I feel refreshed, but at the same time it's like I know this, like there's been people, like I know what's his name, Burninator was mentioning about how it's like maybe this is the end of the game because the way that they're doing things, like maybe it's got like 6 months to a year left at the most. Like it's just like this seems to be, let's see how much money they can make before they can leave now. So like that whole concept too, right before last week, kind of put in perspective too, like, hey, like this is, this will eventually end. What are you going to do after this? And now all the friends we've made and all the people we know, like I want to keep them in the loop because, they're also fans of Star Wars, not just this game. So I think we, you and I moving forward, we can just save ourselves money and time and, worrying about what stupid character they're going to release than worrying about what stupid, like, I mean, this game coming out for PS5, like, I don't know if there's going to be much to complain about that because I'm thinking like Oblivion Mass World, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking like, yeah, like, like Mass Effect, traveling to different planets, like Mass Effect type thing.
Let's talk about it a little bit because I'm curious about this remake.
Right.
Is it literally a remake of the game, like in the entire plot, or is
I don't think there's I don't think it's a new timeline, right, Draker? It's a
remake.
I
hope it's true to the original, man.
Yeah.
Well, do you really?
Because I think it's gonna be more like open world, like Drake, you played Mass Effect before?
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's like a Mass Effect type of.
You would think,
like,
same.
Choose your own path.
BioWare,
Mass Effect, yeah. I mean, like it's not BioWare.
No, it's not. Right.
But it's the concept of, because BioWare did the original one, right? One of them.
Yes. Yeah, they did the first one. No, just the first one.
The first one, not second. The first one. Okay, right.
And obviously the Mass Effect trilogy.
Right.
Because I'm kind of hoping for. I mean, I'm hoping for them to kind of maybe have a maybe a different take on the story a little bit or something, and not like a radical retelling of it, but if it's like just the exact same game with updated graphics, I'll be disappointed.
It was
such a good game.
Yeah, well,
but I've already played that game. I want to play a different game. I'd like to play a new version of it.
Described as a remake of the original. So
like why can't we have some new missions or some new planets? Like why not? They could add to it. They could
shit in there. I'm sure it'll be more of a wider, right?
Like if they do that, I'm cool with that.
Like how they have like certain missions that they don't really go into detail about, or they talk about like in passing, like theories and whatnot, like non-canon type stuff. I feel like maybe they'll make those into actual missions or side missions, or probably shit you're gonna have to pay for, knowing these assholes. But like it will be something new, with better graphics. And I just, and then maybe that will lead into a newer, maybe they'll delve off into something different. I don't know.
I hope they use the same voice actors though, like Jennifer Hale. She was female Shepherd, and she was Bastila Shan.
They didn't go into that, did they? I don't think they.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just about the graphics and the remake, and I thought it was going to be a whole new game, but apparently.
Well, now that you say that, Draker, that makes me think that they will just make an identical remake because.
Man, that'd be awesome.
Because it would be very expensive for them. I'm assuming to have to re-record new dialogue, pay people for that. That would probably be pricey in the development of the game.
I mean, that's not only one of the best RPGs, it's not only one of the best Star Wars games, it's probably one of the best video games that have ever been made. And people will shell out money for that. I will.
It was good.
Did you
Yeah, it was
like
good.
the first one or the second one better?
Oh my God, the first one.
Really? I like the second one better.
Yeah.
I thought the second one to me was more my style.
Gameplay in the second one was probably better because you could like make your guys force
Right.
adapt and
Do more, right?
yeah. That was cool, but like
The story in the first one was better. Yeah.
Oh my God, I remember where I was. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was at my brother and his roommate's apartment. I'm the only one there, right? They're out partying or working or doing whatever. And I'm like playing this game and I'm like, wait, who is what? I'm who? And I'm blown away. I'm looking around, nobody's there. I'm like, man, nobody's here to enjoy this with me. No,
Well,
Yeah, no, that's a great
it,
twist. It was one of the greatest video game twists of all time for sure.
it definitely needs to be good graphics if it's going to be the same storyline. Because if I'm going to shell out, I saw those PS5. Are they like $1,000?
Well, they're $1,000 because you can't buy them anywhere. So that's the resale market.
Are they going to make are they going to come out with like a Old Republic?
console.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
Because
Yeah.
the last console I bought was the Xbox One, which
Mhm.
is at my old house still. I have to get that now that I think about it. But it was the Halo one. I got the last Halo. Was it 5 or I think it was 5 or 4? What was the last Halo? Whatever it was, I bought it. So that'd be sick if they had like a
Yeah, that would be badass.
oh man. I'd buy that for $1,000. I'd drop a K on that for sure. Right? Stern, could you imagine a Kylo Ren fucking Kylo
Xbox?
Ren over there?
It would have red.
Well, it'd be this is gonna be PlayStation exclusive, so you can't buy it on Xbox.
PC, I think
Which is hilarious to me because
the original was Xbox.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
original one first
Yeah.
came on Xbox only, I think. So
Yep,
that's why
it
it's
did.
weird how they
Yeah.
switched that and
Yep.
they just I guess it's because
Yep.
Sony's the one doing the game, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it said
didn't-
Sony, and then it said Sony Entertainment and something else on it when it showed the preview.
whatever studio it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the studio, which is crazy because I don't think it's at Obsidian or whatever. I think it's
Obsidian. Yeah. No.
yeah, Obsidian. Yeah, it's something else, I think. So
Yeah. It's not BioWare or Obsidian. 'Cause I
right.
think Obsidian did the second Knights of the Old Republic. I think, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which was just as good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think everybody knows that the second one like had more to go, and they just kind of stopped it. I think they actually put a mission in Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO. They put a mission that was supposed to be in Knights of the Old Republic 2 in that game, if I remember correctly. And if not, I'm sure you guys will hear about it on the comments, next week. But it was just I just think it was unfinished, but it was
Yeah,
awesome.
it was definitely at the end, like when when
just
you
ended.
Yeah, it just when you
Yeah.
beat what's her name, like I don't want to ruin it for anybody who doesn't play it.
Yeah.
Once never mind. Oh, you just ruined it. But no, like once you beat that, it was just kind of like that's it. Like
Yeah.
what's going on now? Like
Yeah, I was just getting into it. Yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, that was unfortunate. But
Are you guys to bring it back to Galaxy Heroes, are you guys gonna get Executor tomorrow, or what's going on with that?
I already 7-starred my
he's
executive.
already got his.
Serious?
I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
going for Vader.
Yeah, Vader. Yep. I think I'll get a 5-star Executor. You know how much crystals it costs for a 7-star?
Yeah, I know. I got a 7-star.
Jesus, 25,231 crystals.
5,000.
That's over $100. That's
crazy.
nuts.
Wait, so you can just straight up buy it?
So you have to
can-
keep redoing the
Yeah,
battles.
you refresh the battle 19 times, or like the bonus tier or something.
Yeah, but if you don't
refresh
spend any crystals, then you get 10 shards a month.
every
So
time. Yeah,
was that 2 years of battles?
something like that. Yeah, two,
Yeah.
2, 3, 2.
You gotta
almost
really
three.
wait 2 years to get the executor.
No.
That's probably bullshit. That's when the game's gonna end.
Yeah. Yeah. Right when you get everybody to gear 13 and relic 8, you're like,
Got it.
done.
Then they'll pull the plug on you.
Yeah. And then you're done. That's what they did with I used to play G.I. Joe Battleground, which was a really fun game, kind of like this, but kind of card based also.
Yeah.
And it was super fun. And then they had like this blowout sale, and everybody was buying up all these great, GI Joe guys. And then they're like, "Yeah, we're ending the game."
Oh, that sucks.
People are like, "What the hell?" They
Sucks.
spent a bunch of money on it.
I hate when they do that. That's why I'm worried about this game. Like they're gonna do that to this
Yeah.
game. It's gonna be like you're gonna try to sign on one day. It's gonna be like,
Yeah,
nope.
there's nothing to replace it, and I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Well-
There's just no. I can't imagine they'd end the game at this point. It's got to still be making money.
Yeah.
So why
I
end
would
it?
assume I haven't.
Yeah,
checked.
why end it? Like everyone seems like, oh, they're gonna end it. They're gonna end it. If it's making money and there's nothing to replace it, there's no better thing coming along. Why would they end it? I don't understand.
They did that one Star Wars game. I don't even know what it was.
The
called.
Force Arena.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know
that's
because
way
that
off.
was competing directly against this one. There's nothing. There's no competition.
That's
There is
true.
this new Star Wars Hunters game coming out,
Boy,
but
that last 6 months, that Force, whatever the one.
maybe a
Yeah.
year.
That's
I
that
think-
was the live one, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's what-
played it. I enjoyed it.
I didn't like it. It was too basic. All the basic things were the same. Like Star Trek Fleet Command is what they need to mimic off of because they were doing it right over there.
They had
That's one of those-
Snoke on that game, Force Arena. They had Snoke, Mike. He was awesome.
God, yeah, they had a bunch of idiot. That's why I didn't like it. Like they had all these lame characters.
They had Luke and Snoke before Luke was ever in
Oh,
this
how
game.
much time do we have left on this?
Before we have to restart it again, like 6 minutes.
Okay, let me read off. You guys can go longer if you want. But I got to go to work, so let me.
Well, yeah, but we can finish up. It's getting late here on the East Coast. Go ahead, finish. Read what you got to read, Mike.
Well, read. I'm just gonna read the comments real quick, and then you guys can do your thing, and we can or whatever. I realized it's late. So I didn't realize what time it was. I got lost in Star Wars, man. All right, so the weekly question, which was supposed to be for last week, but now it's this week, which is episode what now? What are we on?
68, 69, Mike. 69.
69. We don't even know. Let's call it episode.
This is
maybe
episode
we should just make
69.
it- So since we took a week off, should we start season 2, episode 1, or just because we can do that?
Let me think about that. We'll think about
All right, you
that.
think about that, and then we'll. So before I put out the weekly question, this is from 99. This is like a week and a half ago. Mongo X-Ray said, since the JMK buff, I'm really starting to think about leaving the game. It's just getting ridiculous.
It is
No
ridiculous.
No DSGLs can beat JMK now. Even the footage of LV struggles against it. CG has gone too far. Why go for a GL at this point? The idea behind them was to make Arena a rock, paper, scissors event. If I was a new player, why in the actual fuck would I continue after this? Most battles, regardless of my lineup, die in about 20 or 30 seconds. CG can go fuck themselves. I'm honestly thinking they're trying to kill their game.
Well, so I agree with him on that respect. That it's I always thought it was supposed to be this like rock, paper, scissors battle.
Yeah.
And so it is frustrating. The other thing is, they said, oh, these ultimate abilities, these are things you're gonna have to, build up to over the battle. He gets his ultimate in less than 30 seconds. It's so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know all that.
He gets it immediately because he gets so much ultimate stuff.
Yeah.
Ultimate meat or whatever you call it by targeting himself, and everyone feeds it to him, and he just gets it immediately. It's like 30 seconds in the battle, he's got it.
Well,
It's ridiculous.
good thing I am almost ultimate there. I'm gonna throw him in and let myself sit at 20 for the rest of the week.
Is that what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to target yourself on his middle ability or something?
I think so. I don't have him, but there's one ability where if he targets himself, he gets something like 10 or 12% ultimate ability.
Oh, wow.
How do you target yourself? You just click on him.
He's got his middle ability. Well, actually, his 2 abilities. The first one I always give to Ahsoka because that brings her insta kill down, and you could use hers first turn. And then the second one I usually always call in gas because why not
He's
get
gas.
some more attacks with him?
Yeah. Sturm says always use gas.
Okay.
Keyword.
No, I mean,
gas.
I've never played him, so I
Definite
don't know
gas.
what the best strategy is, but I know that one of those abilities, if he targets himself, he gets a shit ton of ultimate
Okay.
meter.
That's probably what you're supposed to. I'm probably doing it wrong because I can't read these
Do it wrong.
paragraph long abilities.
Yeah.
I'll worry about that when I get the ultimate, hopefully
Mhm.
next week. All right. So the question was, this podcast for Good Morning Korriban is going to be about the new GL Lord Vader. Did you unlock him yet? Are you close? Do you have no interest in getting him currently? Get into detail. Let us know what you think. We also have a conquest battle going on as well. How are you doing reward wise? Do you think you'll get max rewards? Any comments, questions, or gripes will be read out loud and discussed. The people have spoken.
Just real
Go ahead.
quick, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but like if it's the I will do what I must there, and he gets 12%. If he targets himself, he gets 12% ultimate charge, and if he's the leader, it's doubled. So it's 24% ultimate charge on that one ability, one time.
Yeah, I've been playing wrong. Okay.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Target yourself, basically. I'm not psyched about, Common Dollar says, I'm not psyched about LV. While the article I wrote was surprisingly accurate on pieces of his kit, the high threshold of requirements means they'll unlock every other GL before him. I'm very happy about the Royal Guard Zeta, though. What's that, Royal Guard?
Oh yeah, Royal Guard is a Zeta, Mike. Did you not see that?
I did not.
You got
Now,
a rework.
where's the Zeta that makes Mace Windu great? Also, F Conquest. It wasn't too bad before, but the update and defeats ruined an otherwise decent game mode. It technically is possible to get max rewards, but not realistic for the overwhelming majority of players. It will now take me significantly longer to unlock Cat and 7-star RC because CG delved too greedily and too deep.
Definitely greedy. I agree with that.
Yeah, well, they're really getting into that. They're getting into the greed aspect of it. Maybe what's his name was right. So no response. Yeah, so we didn't get a lot of responses, probably because I wasn't on as much as I usually am. Didn't even check Facebook. It's fine. We're running out of time anyway. So
All right.
anything else you guys want to say?
There's nothing else for me. I was disillusioned. It's gotten a little better for me, but
Got it all out. Yeah, it's been rough, man. Like
it's been a rough week,
It's been more negatives and positives in this game. So I'm just looking for that. I'm just gonna trudge along, try to get my Vader, and
keep on keeping on.
Yeah,
we'll keep playing because we have no other options.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have no other options, and I was thinking
because
about
we're
that.
adequate Star Wars fans. Like,
well, yeah, and I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? This is the only thing I have that gives me like a daily connection to Star Wars, and I love Star Wars. I'm not gonna sit down and watch a movie.
Open world game out.
I don't like Marvel as much as like Star Wars.
I don't like. That's why if it was DC, I would be I'd already be on it. But
yeah,
I'm not a huge Marvel. Like,
there's nothing I like as much as I like Star Wars, and this gives me a daily connection to it.
Scopely's awesome. So,
yes. All right, so we ran out of time on our last recording, but we were, I think, just saying that. I was saying that this is my daily dose of Star Wars, so I would miss it if it ever went away. And then we got cut off, and Mikey hasn't come back. I think he has to get to work, so it's just me and Draker here finishing things out. Draker, anything else you want to say?
No, appreciate you guys having me on again, as always.
Next
time I'll figure out how to stream my stuff, and
I hope so. Let's do it. Let's make that work, Draker. Come on.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll chat later. Have a great one.
You too, bud. See ya.
Bye.